Welcome to episode 2 of Weekly Gaming News, and let's kick off with this story out of Japan. You won't believe which game outsold Final Fantasy VII Rebirth last week in Japan. Check this out.
苦しめられた民が助けを待っている。王位継承者として俺が彼らを救わなければ、そして亡き母のためにもガレリウスを倒しフェブリス全土を解放するのが我々の目的だ。
Unicorn Overlord is a captivating fantasy RPG developed by Vanillaware and published by Atlus in Japan, as well as by Sega worldwide. Set on the continent of Fevrith, which is engulfed in war, the game follows the journey of exiled Prince Alain. His mission? To gather allies and reclaim his kingdom from the Zenora. In this tactical role-playing game, you'll explore the vibrant world of Fevrith, customize your army, and engage in real-time battles with over 60 unique characters at your disposal. A 2D tactical role-playing game dethrones the mighty Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Who would have thought that? Unicorn Overlord was the highest-selling new release and overall title of the week, debuting at 40,991 sales on Switch, 24,398 sales on PlayStation 5, and 8,797 sales on PlayStation 4 for an opening week total of 74,186 copies sold. Unicorn Overlord is now available on the Nintendo Switch, PS4 and PS5.
共に行こう。ゼノイラを倒すために。私に続け。勝利を我らに。お前の面を殴れる。いい機会だ。こんなことをしでかしてただで済むと思っ。
Velan Studios, the developer behind Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Hot Wheels Rift Rally and Knockout City, is facing a challenging situation. The studio, based in the United States, recently revealed that it is undergoing an early-stage reorganization. The catalyst for this reorganization was the cancellation of a major project by an external partner. As a result, Velan Studios is finding it difficult to sustain its current workforce. 46 out of 121 staff members have been notified that they may be affected by upcoming layoffs within the next 60 days. Velan Studios said, "This is a rough environment for a lot of indie studios, and like them, we are faced with some very hard choices. This is sad because we have an awesome team who are deeply passionate about their craft. In the near term, we are doubling down on our current games, some of which are scheduled to release later this year, and securing new partnerships to minimize the impact. We hope to rescind as many notifications as possible." This latest industry news follows a string of other layoffs in January and February. Some of the biggest ones making headlines included Microsoft axing 1,900 jobs across the Xbox team, and Sony with about 900 layoffs. Many smaller studios like Brace Yourself Games, Zelda Cadence of Hyrule, and Deck 9 Games Life is Strange have also been impacted. I've never seen anything like this before, with mass layoffs in the gaming industry, and sadly there is still more to come over the next few months. The Fresh Prince, Will Smith's zombie game that no one has heard of flops. Seriously, I had no idea this game existed. Undawn is an open-world zombie survival shooter that launched in June 2023 on mobile and PC, but I don't blame you for not knowing anything about it. The game, which appears to have been on very few people's radar, didn't perform well for Chinese conglomerate Tencent, despite Oscar-winning actor Will Smith playing a major role in its story. Sources told the publication that Undawn has flopped spectacularly. The post-apocalyptic zombie shooter allegedly had more than 300 developers on it and a budget of nearly 1 billion yuan, that's around $140 million. Unfortunately, the game has only managed to rake in $287,000 in revenue. That's about 0.2% of the game's alleged budget in the span of 8 months. This currently has mixed reviews on Steam, with one reviewer saying this game is free and still not worth the money. Another reviewer said it has Will Smith as an NPC. He kills zombies who talks about his wife. And another one said the game's budget went into Will Smith's wallet, which is actually probably true. And from what I've seen of this on Steam, this game looks nothing like the trailers. According to a trusted source, Xbox sales in Europe have been flatlining. Both third-party publishers and retailers are contemplating scaling back or even dropping support for Xbox entirely. This information comes from GamesIndustry.biz editor Christopher Dring, who has access to sales figures not usually made public. He states that Xbox's performance in Europe has been declining throughout last year and is falling even harder this year. A major company that released a big game last year reportedly said, "I don't know why we bother supporting it." Additionally, third-party publishers are focusing more on creating versions of their games for PC and PS5. Despite these challenges, Xbox remains a popular platform for its Game Pass. However, the hardware aspect seems to be facing significant hurdles. We are so far into this generation and still waiting for Xbox's studios to release new games. For me, this has really hurt the Xbox brand. Xbox boss Phil Spencer's hints at a portable device add further intrigue to the company's future. I still think Xbox is going to release a handheld much like the Steam Deck in the near future, so watch this space. The latest buzz in the Sonic universe revolves around a potential comeback for Sonic Heroes, the beloved 3D platformer. That was on the GameCube and other platforms back in 2004. It's one of the few Sonic games that I haven't played, so I really don't know much about it. This rumor gains traction following the recent leak of a game titled Sonic Toys Party. According to reports from Universo Nintendo, there's a chance that a remake of Sonic Heroes could be in development for the successor to the Nintendo Switch. Social media user and leaker Midori has been dropping hints about a Fall Guys-like Sonic game being in the works, and this same source confirms that the return of Sonic Heroes is indeed correct information. Personally, I would prefer to have a remake of Sonic Unleashed. That game really surprised me and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Only time will tell if we get a remake of that game, so here's hoping. Here's a news story from Japan News. Get a load of this. A police officer in his 40s at Tenri Police Station has been cautioned by the director of the Nara Prefectural Police Department for playing Nintendo Switch for a long time while on duty. It has been learned. The officer played video games on the device 10 times, totaling 17 hours, while on duty at the police box from November last year to February. According to the prefectural police, the officer neglected his work when he connected his personal device to a TV in the break room at the police box. The game console still connected to the TV was found during an unannounced inspection of duties conducted in February. The officer reportedly acknowledged and regretted his actions, saying, "I played games when there were few incidents." The prefectural police intend to deduct the amount of time he spent playing the game from his salary. So I guess he won't be playing any more of Astral Chain on duty. Speaking of Astral Chain, I have a review for that game, going up on my channel on the 2nd of April. Here is some very sad news. Massive Pokémon fan game site taken down without warning via DMCA. Relic Castle is a popular forum focused on the creation and sharing of Pokémon fan games. Has gone offline with no advanced warning. The people behind the site blame a DMCA takedown notice for the sudden shutdown. Relic Castle sent out this statement. "Dear Pokémon fan game community, it is with heavy heart that I announce that the Relic Castle website has been taken down following a DMCA takedown notice. Relic Castle has always been a non-profit, ad-free, tight-knit community, and we pride ourselves in what we have achieved. Members have felt at home, made friends, and even careers with us. It is with deep regret that I have to inform you that the forum part of this community, which was to turn 10 years old this year, has had to come to an end. With over 20,000 members and 65,000 posts, Relic Castle was a home to many of us. The Discord server is not going anywhere, and the site is still visible as an archive using the Wayback Machine. Thank you all for being with us this last decade, and thank you for making Relic Castle as awesome and life-changing as it has been for some of us. While Relic Castle did not confirm who sent the notice, there's a good chance it could have been the Pokémon Company and Nintendo, which is a really crappy thing to do for a fan site. And also just last year, Nintendo took down a YouTube channel featuring a modded Pokémon in Call of Duty. So watch out, Pal World. Nintendo will be gunning for you next. Horizon Forbidden West has made quite an entrance on Steam. The PC port, meticulously crafted by Nix's software, has gained 35,168 concurrent users at its peak, securing its position as the 6th largest PS Studios launch on the platform so far. Players are praising its performance and visuals, and the game currently enjoys a very positive overall rating on Steam. However, amidst the celebration, a different desire echoes among fans: the longing for a Bloodborne port. From Software's masterpiece remains a PlayStation exclusive, leaving PC gamers yearning for its arrival on their platform. Nix's Software is known for its high-quality PC ports, has been making waves since Sony's acquisition in 2021. Their upcoming project, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, is eagerly anticipated by fans. But the dream of Bloodborne on PC persists, whether as a straightforward port or perhaps even a grand remake. Fingers crossed we get Bloodborne, cause that's an epic game, even though I suck at it. Chia, the captivating open-world adventure game originally released on PC and PlayStation platforms in 2023, is now set to grace the Nintendo Switch this summer. The exciting announcement was unveiled during the Future Games Show, Spring Showcase 2024. In the vibrant and colorful world of Chia, players embark on a heroic quest to rescue their kidnapped father. The main character, Chia, possesses a unique ability known as soul jumping. This extraordinary power allows her to inhabit animals and manipulate objects within her surroundings. As she explores the fictional archipelago inspired by New Caledonia. It's one of the best indies I've played, looks amazing, and the gameplay is super cool and addictive, with a stunning soundtrack. As a Premilia, an exciting upcoming game is poised to make waves on the PS5. Developed by Manju Network Technology, the same studio behind the immensely popular Azure Lane, this fantasy world RPG promises a unique experience. Azure Premilia features combat reminiscent of Genshin Impact, allowing players to switch between a party of characters and set up elemental reactions with their abilities. Step into a fantasy world vastly different from your own, where various civilizations, magic, and incredible fantasy creatures coexist. Unlike Genshin, this open-world game places a strong emphasis on creature collecting. Essentially, this looks like an open-world RPG where you use your animal sidekicks to navigate the environment and solve puzzles, with even flying mounts available. Details are limited at this stage, apart from a ton of lore on the title's official website, but you can probably expect this to absolutely explode, especially in Asia, where Azure Lane already has an enormous fan base. It's always great seeing games being made in my home country. So I'm really looking forward to this one, which reminds me of the older Fallout games on PC. Broken Roads is the debut title from Australian indie studio Drop Bear Bytes. Born of a love for traditional computer role-playing, Broken Roads provides a rich, engaging narrative in which players make their way across a desolated Australia. Blending together traditional and all-new role-playing elements on top of a classless system offering unlimited character development options, Broken Roads presents players with an original morality system, the Moral Compass. This novel design sees dialogue options and questing decisions influence and be influenced by a character's philosophical learning. Broken Roads will be released for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on April 10th. So that's the end of this episode. Even though it's Easter soon, I'll still have another weekly gaming news video out next week. I'll have a Wonder Boy 3 The Dragon's Trap review up on the channel soon, and I'm very pleased with how that turned out. So until then, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.